It's rolling.
Good to go. Here we go. Sit. Up turn. Okay guys, welcome to another workout, real simple workout, number 007 today. Today's workout is a good fun one. It's a full body, obviously full body burn, and it is very, very similar across the advanced and the intermediate type of the workouts today. And then the beginner is a lot different, so I'll run through the differences there. But what I will do is when I run through it is run through the advanced and intermediate together. And there's only one movement that's different, so I'll explain the difference there and how we're going to do that today. So let's get into it. Today's workout is 3 rounds for time for advanced intermediate. However, the beginners are only doing 2 rounds, but very similar rep structure and movements, but just scaled back a little bit. 3 rounds for time of the following movements. First movement, we're doing 30 alternating lunges. So for our alternating lunges, we stand with our feet at hip width. We step out, my back knee needs to touch the floor. I come back to the start position and then I reset. That's 2 reps. Each time my knee touches the floor and I come back up, that's a repetition. So that's our first movement for both intermediate and advanced. Second movement, guys, is frog squats. So our frog squats, we come to the bottom of a squat to start. And what we're doing here is we're keeping our elbows on the inside of our knees, pushing out, and then we're straightening out our legs and coming back down into the bottom of our squat. The idea at the bottom is that our hip crease is lower than our knee, and at the top we're straightening out our legs and coming back down. So each time you hit the bottom, that's 1 repetition. So it would be 1, 2, and so on and so forth. On the theme of animals today, our next movement is 10 bear hops. This is a bit of a different movement, and only doing 10 of them today. So try to bust them out as quick as you can in 1 set if you're able to. We start out in the top of a push-up. Leave enough room for my knees to come through, because what I need to do is I need to jump up, jump back, and that's all it is. That's 1 repetition, and we're going through 10 reps there in that position. Alrighty. That movement, make sure that your hips don't drop through in the top of the push-up position. So what we commonly see is people jumping up and then going like that. So you've got to hold a nice strong position, jumping up, jumping back down. Okay? 10 reps of the bear hops. The next movement, this is where it gets a little different between advanced and intermediate. We're doing 20 push-ups. The advanced version of push-ups is on our toes, with our chest touching the floor in between our hands. So all the way down, all the way back up for 20 repetitions. The difference with the intermediate is only that on the way down, it'll still be a toe push-up, but on the way back up, we get to go up on our knees. So that'll look like this. We set up in a normal push-up position, we come down on our toes, then our knees will set, and we push up on our knees. Reset, down on our toes, up on our knees. Same reps, just a different structure for the movement. And the reason is the way back up on our knees will be easier, but the way back down on our toes will make it a bit harder for us. So we're building more strength so that we can eventually be doing our push-ups on our toes. And then our final movement, guys, our go-to back movement is T-Supermans. We're doing 30 reps of these across all different divisions of workout today. And all that is, guys, is setting up on the floor, and all we want is to bring our arms off and back down. As we do this, we're trying to lengthen through our thoracic, our upper back, and also squeeze our shoulder blades together and get our arms as far off the ground as they'll let us as we go through the movement. So the advanced and the intermediate is 3 rounds for time, and it's got a 20-minute time cap on today's workout, guys. So enjoy, post your scores below. We look forward to seeing them. Awesome, so our beginner version of today's workout is a little bit different, but also very similar. We're basically just scaling back all of these movements, making them a little bit easier for you guys. And we're also scaling back from 3 rounds to 2 rounds of the whole workout. So we're only going through it twice for the beginners. The first movement, we're after alternating lunges. So with our lunges, what I like to do is set up a chair in front of me, and then I'll lunge to each side of the chair. So what I'll do is I'll step out a little bit, I'll lunge, and then I'll have the chair help me get back up, replace my feet, and then go again. Okay, as long as I'm placing my feet at the top, that's going to be a great way for me to do these lunges today. Obviously I'm using more of my arms if my lower body's not able to do it yet. But the idea is to use as little as your arms as you can to build up the strength to work up to the next division so we can do that movement. The second movement is, for beginners, is scaled frog squats. So exact same setup for our frog squat, except we'll start at the top, not the bottom. And all I want to do is start here. So straighten the legs as much as you can. You might be a little bit bent to start with, that's okay. But we're just going through 30 reps, getting as low as you're comfortable, and then back up, okay? If you can straighten out your legs at the top, great, do it. If you can get all the way down or get close to it, go for it, but just work in the range that you're comfortable. Have a lot of rest. This one you'll probably feel a little bit in your hamstrings and your quads, and just break it up into as small sets as you need, just to work through those 30 repetitions. Alrighty, our next movement is scaled bear hops. So very similar to the other 2 divisions, we want to set up in the top of our push-up. Okay? If this is too tough for us, I'll show you a different way in a moment. But all I want you to do is, if you're able to, you can jump up a little bit and jump back. Make sure your hips don't fall through. If you're not able to, you can step up as far as you can and then step back, making sure that your hips stay nice and high and they're not falling through. Or alternatively, if that's too tough for you, then we want to do the same thing but elevate out our hands. So again, if we can, we could think about jumping in, jumping back, or if we can't, we step in and we step all the way back, making sure our hips stay nice and high. I'd prefer them high than low, but ideally just above that center line, okay? Then we're after our scaled knee push-ups. So for our beginners, we can do our scaled knee push-ups at whatever level we're at. So I'm just going to run you through the different levels. One version, guys, probably the hardest version, is setting up your push-up and getting nice and low into it. You could pop something under your chest so you can measure how low you're going. But if you're not able to get the whole way down, that's a good way to do it. Getting as low as you can and pushing back up, okay? If that's a little bit too tough, then again, what we do, use our trusty chair or box, set up, and then we do the push-ups with our hands elevated a little bit. Again, if you can't get all the way down, just go as low as you can go and push back up. And with our push-ups, make sure on the way down that our elbows stay close to our torso. Looks like so, not like this, okay? And then our final movement, the same for all divisions, is 30 T Supermans, setting up on your stomach, out like a T, thumbs up, and then we're after just pumping the arms like so. So beginners, that's your workout. 2 rounds for time, running through all of those movements. There's a 20-minute time cap. Remember, you record your time as your score for today's workout, no matter which division. Otherwise, if you do not finish in that time cap of 20 minutes, then your score will be the amount of rounds you finish. Thanks guys, enjoy this workout. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and if you haven't already, jump in below. There'll be a link to our online Facebook community. Join us for the workouts, for nutrition, for guidance, for support, for community, my words. Thanks guys, see you soon. the bottom. Oh no, it's all done, mate. Thank you. Thanks. I named the workout after you. Hope there's no problems. Thanks, mate. Okay. Bye bye.